I think hydrogen is the answer for our future. Welcome, last day calm. Let's remain calm. Alright, I want to give you a concept and build a case for hydrogen. Alright, I call this the better wind farms. Okay, I'm always talking about visions, but I have, and I was giving a vision quite a while back about a windmill farm. Okay, these are not the actual windmills. Later on, he gave me a precise look at a new windmill, a hybrid windmill, that in the near future I will put out and explain to you how it works and how it's different from these types. I call them wind pumps. Okay, instead of having super big generators weighing 10 tons, 20 tons, 300 feet in the air, okay, you have pumps instead, and everything is fed through lines either with water, air, or hydraulics. Okay, and it would be fed into a main pressure tank, and then from this pressure you now change from electric to hydrogen, and then you store the hydrogen, and this is your big storage battery tank. Okay, right now the problem with solar and wind is that they're intermittent, and it's a problem for the grid, right? So if you like what you hear right now and you want to know more about this and see the new windmill that I will show you, please like and subscribe. Alright, so then from these big tanks you can ship it by truck, or you have pipelines. Okay, so in this system you don't put it in the grid. You don't do wind farms and put in the grid, because the grid is not ready for that. They're trying very hard, but it's not. And all the aim you should be doing or aiming at is to reduce fossil fuel. Aim at 100%, but at the same time don't go crazy and put laws and penalize people. Let's do it in a kind way and a smart way. So that you have something that's more efficient. And from hydrogen you get the technology is almost all there already. So now I'm going to pause and put some other papers, and I'll go more into details about the pros and cons of hydrogen. I'm back. Okay, I've got 2 sheets of paper here, the cons and the pros. I'll leave the camera focus a bit. Okay, in the future videos I'll have something more efficient than this. I will have I'll be a pro. Alright, so in the cons, if you would take a picture of a Tesla today with a hydro pole beside it, and then you could look back 100 years, and that same hydro pole, there would be a Model T right next to it. So the grid has not improved that much. Okay, solar supplies only 5% of demand. Okay, it's inconsistent and intermittent. That means that you need if you don't have a battery storage to take the excess electricity produced, you need, in that case, for the same amount of kilowatt you're getting in of solar and wind, you need a backup system that will supply the same amount. So what happens is you have 2 infrastructures to staffs working and all of this. So it's very inefficient right now. So another thing, imagine if solar and wind would provide 90% of our total energy in this world. I wouldn't want to live in that world actually, because there'd be every corner you would turn there would be a windmill, and there would be thousands of square miles just covered with solar panels. So there has to be better solutions than that. And yes, it's improving, so there's always hope. And also the batteries. We know that the batteries, lithium batteries and stuff, it's not very good. They're called the blood batteries. Many young children have died mining this stuff, and it's very poisonous for the environment when it's mining. Plus, they don't know how to recycle it yet. I know they'll work on it. Eventually, they'll get it. But we have to be smart about this. Alright, so for now, I have don't shut down coal plants and nuclear plants. Let's be smart about it. Okay, the pros. Alright, designate solar and wind totally for the productions of hydrogen. Yes, there is some inefficiency from electricity to hydrogen, but let's concentrate on improving that. Okay, leave the grid alone completely. Make every wind farm and every solar panel farm directly into a system that transfers electricity to hydrogen. Alright? So then you aim for 100% hydrogen for all transport vehicles, eliminating fossil fuels for these vehicles. Therefore, you're balancing the coal plants. And even if you can do 100% at that point, well, you actually reduce the carbon, even if you have your coal plants going on. And once you have replaced fossil fuel with hydrogen, well, slowly phase out the coal plants. Let's do that the smart way. And for electric cars vs hydrogen cars, well, that's simple for me. We get here minus 30s, minus 25s for 3 straight weeks. I don't have a garage to put my beautiful little battery car in there, and I wouldn't go very far with it. And even though if you have new technologies in batteries, the physics of it is when in a battery that's cold, it will not take in as much or will not be as efficient as in warm climates. So there you go. And why don't we just leave the cars simple? Because we're coming in a time of highly confrontations with other countries and stuff. And if the grid is destroyed by EMP, what are we going to do? No one's going to know how to fix the cars. We're going back to the dark ages. Why don't we leave the engines and the powertrain and all of this alone with microchips and stuff, and keep it simple with hydrogen, and therefore your common mechanic could jump in there and fix it. And then, yes, do whatever you want with electronics for your sound system and your backup system and everything else. So let's be smart about it. So also, I was giving a little vision a while back about, I was looking at these big tanks. There was hundreds and thousands of them, and I went up and looked at it like these big propane tanks, but I saw that the steel was so thick, and then it dawned on me it was for high compressed hydrogen. So the Lord showed me that in the future hydrogen would be the main source of energy. So this is my idea, my concept, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Again, if you like and subscribe, and thank you. God bless.